Yo, it really doesn't fucking matter. I ain't gonna get this shit popping until it pops. And just for the record, a lot of the people I had on my other page were like spies and agents and shit. I never bought any bots. But I do know that I was being watched because my shit didn't flurry up until mad later. Anyway, are white people a guest in hip hop, or are black people a guest in hip hop? And I know a lot of people are going to a lot of people are going to, I am being sarcastic, but at the same time, I'm not. I mean, we all know, about hip hop and, what I'm saying, the elements and all that different stuff. I haven't seen a black graffiti artist in a while. And I mean like art, not tagging your name. Like tags is not graffiti. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to realize that. I do see a lot of white people in it, though. A lot of Latino brothers in it, too. Not that many brothers. Not that many sisters. The art of DJing, the original DJ. There's black people in it. But they're more of the computerized beats now. Not that many Jazzy Jeffs. As far as breaking, like dancing, black people still got it there. But if you go to a lot of these underground breakdance places, there's not that many black people there. You see a lot of Latinos, you see a lot of Asians, and you see a lot of white people. So I didn't already named 4 elements or 3 elements that you don't really see black people in. The last one is the mic. All right, now you do see a lot of black people still rapping. They still spitting. That's the main thing. And that's the main thing they're clutching on, saying that it's theirs. And Eminem is a guest. And all white rappers are guests and all that stuff. Here's how I feel. I feel the American black cannot claim to run hip-hop when they don't own it. There are more white people with ownership to hip-hop than black people. White people are distributing more music or hip-hop than black people. Oh, they won't let us own. As a grown-ass group, you can't keep saying that. You can't keep saying what somebody won't allow you to do. That makes no sense. There's too many of you. You guys have gangs. You guys have strip clubs on lock. You guys have all this different stuff. You guys are bigger than you think. But y'all don't support each other. Y'all stay blaming other races for what you guys are doing to yourselves. And then you got the nerve to talk crap about other groups and claim that they're guests. But you don't own this. I'll give you an example. There's a such thing as the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It is not owned by black people. But there would be no such thing as rock and roll if it wasn't for black people. Basically saying this. Nobody is a guest in any form of your music because you don't own it. And technically, they have already took it from you. So the last time a white person could be a guest in hip hop, shit, I don't know, somewhere in the 80s. White people ain't no guests to hip hop, they own it. Black people are a guest to hip hop because you don't own it. And that's why it's the white dude scheduling when you're going on stage. Or I'm sorry. That's why it is white people scheduling when you go on stage. What your wardrobe's going to be. This is why you don't control anything on it. You don't even control the slang. I tell people all the time, I never approved the word cap. I've heard people say it's a Southern word, just like 12. I never approved that neither. Who's the ones allowing you guys to change vocabulary? Let me ask you a better question. Who allowed your slower Southern brothers to be the forefront of this form of music that was supposed to be flexing off your knowledge, how educational you are? They already call you a dumb nigger. You're already in the projects. They already look at you as a unaccomplished human being, like not even a full human. So why would you go from lyricism, true lyricism, to a bunch of chant, thugging BS? Because that's what it is. There's no justification for the music of the day. The 70s dudes that created hip hop, they had food stamps for real. They really did have dilapidated buildings they were living in. Ain't nobody living in no dilapidated building unless they choose to. They bombed the projects. They did. No, they didn't. These radicals in the neighborhoods started to riot and loot. Not outside the neighborhood. They looted inside the neighborhood. A lot of those burnings of the buildings had nothing to do with outsiders. They were all black people. Thinking that you can justify your ignorance by claiming that you're poor. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Poverty does not warrant violence. It doesn't. Poverty warrants improvising, elevating, motivating, because that's how you get out of a problem. So why are black people still 13%? After rioting is the voice of the voiceless. And you guys got that from somebody who cheated on his wife over 40 times. Outside the race, made babies out of wedlock. We're not going to go too deep. What I am going to say is this. I don't believe white people are guests in hip-hop. I believe white people are owners of hip-hop. And I believe that black people are the monkey on stage. That's what it seems like. Now, I could be wrong. And maybe maybe, in some weird universe, not owning any of the distribution labels, not owning any of the real money. You know what I mean? If that is called ownership, like to me, hip hop, rap, the rap game is a form of the new plantation. It is. Because you guys are coming up with all this different stuff. to bail in all this product, but somebody else is making money off it. Sad to say, it doesn't sound like you've learned much in all this time that you've been around, or the story that it gave you has been around. That's weird. That's weird. Like that's just weird to me. So your spade's gonna be a little different, be a little more chill, and I'm gonna be a little more edgy but precise on what I'm trying to do. And what I want is people to acknowledge the problem so we can start to solve it. Are white people a guest in hip hop, or is black people a guest? Notice I wrote it like that. Or is. Until we own what we create, there's no point. And that's kind of why I'm happy that the other page got knocked, because I wasn't getting a dime or none of that. All I was doing was giving people information, just giving it to them. And yeah, I wish, I was able to privatize the page instead of getting it knocked. But you know what? Life goes on. And it's just social media. It's not reality. So it is what it is. You live and you learn. I've lost a lot of good things that I loved in my life. It is what it is. I can't say if it comes back, it's yours, because I created it. So I'm not worried about that. What I can say is I don't believe white people are guests. I believe they're the owners. And I believe black people are the puppeteers on stage. And until we create a form of music that we distribute, publish, produce, we can't never claim anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like me saying we invented the bed. It's like, well, until we do mass production of beds, it's like that evidence is not going to stand firm. Same thing goes with, we run rap and we set the trends and the style. So who set the tight jeans then? When did that become a style? When did thugs start wearing blouses? Y'all don't control that. That's why 90% of the stuff y'all wear is not even homemade. It's not even home based. It's European. It's Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all that stuff. Excuse me. Even all the way down to your original MCs. Not all of them. Some of them dress like street cats. You know what I'm saying? You can tell they're street cats. But some of them wore a lot of costumes, like weird stuff. Okay, look at how brothers and people dressed in the 70s. Who's setting the trends? Who's creating the styles? Y'all can claim what? Because black people put a little flair. They made the collar a little bigger. Come on, man. Like the old ruffle royalty people, they used to have big ass collars. So it's like, once again, there's nothing wrong with saying you have style or swag the way you present something. What I'm telling you is there's no point of style and swag if you have no ownership, if it's not owned by you. So I think calling white people a guest in hip hop is kind of wrong. I don't think we should be saying stuff like that, because it's not right. It's honestly not right. You know what I'm saying? It's not right, because at the end of the day, they're the ones owning everything. They're the ones owning the stage you're performing on. They're the ones owning, you know what I'm saying, the advance money. You know what I'm saying? The budget. It's like they're the ones giving it to you. So how do you own it? Yo, the weather is bad, so I understand. But I'm saying that to say this. Um, you have to own it. If you don't own it, can't claim it. Can't claim that, it's feasible for you to be, telling people who's a guest, who's not. It's like, no, you's a guest, motherfucker. You the guest, sir. Ma'am, you're the dang guest. Because you don't own any of this. So, take a gripe, get mad, but I'm just keeping it a buck. That's all I'm doing. Just keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? I'm not living the best life. I'm not living the worst, but neither. I'm not the grandiose, but I get it how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty content. I'm pretty comfortable right now. I already know what I have to get done before I can get running. So, take it one day at a time. Other than that, peace and love. Shit. Goes. This is not a knock to them, nobody. It's a reality check. I need us to realize. Until we have entitlement and ownership, you can't be calling nobody a guest because you the guest. Guess who's on the stage? Yo monkey ass. Guess who's in the background with all the money? The person that you're calling a guest. Think.